of Verona, northern Italy, the two star-crossed lovers death reconciled the feuding family. The body of the two star-crossed lovers from the feuding family, Juliet Capulet and Romeo Montague, were found in the Capulet family tomb. The whole unexpected story is later revealed by Friar Laurent, who was the priest of the two households and was quoted as saying, Romeo and Juliet has been secretly married the same day as Tybalt died. Friar Laurent said, I married them and their stolen marriage day was on the Tybalt doomsday. Friar Laurent also confessed to the prince that he had given Juliet a sleeping potion that would make her appear dead so she could escape later with Romeo. He also said that he wrote a letter to Romeo about the plan, but it did not receive the note that he had sent him and therefore believed that the news of Juliet that was true. He went to her family town to say his last goodbye. Romeo then committed suicide with poison that he had purchased in Montague. Therefore, he could be with Juliet that. Juliet woke up only to discover the Romeo body fell to the ground. She couldn't stay alive without him, so she lay herself with Romeo's sword to stay with him at the timeless end.
Has lost the only child. I too has lost my two kingmen. Everyone is punished. Now it's time to forget this quarrel and live peace together.
The tragedy has put the two households to put their rivalry behind and united, promising to end their family feud. Miss Capulet and Miss Montague, hence to honor his daughter's request, then that family and their feud.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DT&T Colu. Today we will take a look at one of the most shocking events which take place in Verona. It's a viral story which everyone has been talking about it. The body of the two star-crossed lovers, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet, has been found in the Capulet family funeral. So to learn more about what happened behind, we're gonna ask some of the witnesses, who is Balthazar, who is a servant to Romeo. Or to know more about what happened behind the incident, I have come here to meet one of the witnesses. So can you introduce yourself to our audience who are watching?
Okay, so I am Balthazar, Romeo's servant.
So you were in the event too, right?
Yes, I was.
So can you briefly talking about what had happened?
Okay, so when Romeo was returned from Mantua, he went straight to the tomb to see his wife Juliet Capulet. He behaved strangely and asked me to go away before he opened the tomb. I feared something wrong might happen, so I rushed to get Friar Laurent and returned to the vault with him. But sadly, when we arrived, he didn't allow me to enter and asked me to wait for him outside. And somehow I secretly came in and I saw that Romeo was died and Juliet was alive. Suddenly, I heard the sound of someone coming in, so I ran out. And after a while, we were informed that both Romeo and Juliet were dying.
So from what you have talked about earlier, it seems that Friar Laurent play a very important role in arranging this plan. So from that perspective, do you think that Friar Laurent did the right thing?
No, I don't think so. Although he has a pure intentions of helping Romeo and Juliet to be together and to end the quarrel of the family, but the plan that he was took is totally wrong because it involves someone's life once the plan didn't go as he had before. And as can be seen right now, both Romeo and Juliet died.
Thank you so much for your time. Now we have arrived at the Romeo and Juliet funeral. So today I'm going to ask Juliet's mother about her feeling after the death of their beloved children. So, good morning, Miss Capulet. I'm so sorry for your loss, but can I ask you some questions? Okay. So as a parent, how do you feel when your beloved daughter died because of the family feud?
To be honest, I am the one who got Juliet married to Paris, and I never understand about my daughter's feelings. If I know this tragedy would happen, I will not force my children to marry to Paris, and I would have ended the useless quarrel and understand more about my daughter's feelings.
Okay, so after the tragedy, do you have any advice for other parents you want to share?
For the advice to other parents, I suggest that they should talk in the family to build a close enough family so that the children and parents can share problems to each other. And parents should not force their children to love or marry to someone they don't adore. And one more thing, as a we should consider more about teenagers' feeling because sometimes they will make like problems to themselves and also the family, and we can avoid the mistake or the decision that they make.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time, Ms. Capulet. And once again, I'm so sorry for your loss, and I hope you can feel better soon. So thank you. Hello everyone. So now we have come back to our studio. So we want to take more depth look into the issue. Since it's a very critical issue, I have invited our two professionals who are working in the psychology career. So can you first introduce yourself?
Okay, yes. Hello everyone. My name is Sokna. I'm a professor of psychology that working in Boston University.
How about you?
Hello everyone, my name is Sokna. I am a researcher working in the King University.
So in order to analyze on this issue, I have some questions to ask our professional. So for the first question, who should be blamed for Romeo and Juliet? So Ms. Black, can you go first?
To the death of the Romeo and Juliet, the first person I would blame is Romeo himself, because I think that he should not have killed himself after seeing his wife's death. He should be able to hold his grief over the loss of his lovely wife. At the very least, he should have think clearly and take time to making the decision. Don't be so hasty, then he would realize that Juliet was still alive. Moreover, when he decided to that, I think it is not the best solution to solve the fact of his wife dying, because suicide is not the best option at all to solve the problem that we encounter. It only brings strategy to ourselves and our families. In addition to the main character that I want to blame the most is Pharaoh Rollins. He was wrong from the start of agreeing to marry Romeo and Juliet. Even he know that it could bring many consequences to them, but he still clung to his decision to marry both of them. Another reason that I want to blame Pharaoh is that he should not have come up with the idea by telling Juliet to take his sleeping pill and pretend to death in order to avoid the arranged marriage. Moreover, the plan should not have been failed since he didn't put more concern into his plan. He only sent one servant to inform the Romeo about the Juliet fact that. Besides, he should have sent many servants to inform the Romeo and ensure that Romeo got his message. As a result, this caused misunderstanding of Romeo and the strategy at the end.
So thank you so much, Ms. Okna, for expressing your perspective. Now I would like to hear from Ms. Okna's side. So who do you think should be blamed for Romeo and Juliet?
From my perspective, Balthazar was one of the characters who should be held responsible for the death of Romeo and Juliet. Friar Lawrence was meant to tell Romeo that Juliet was not dead after she was left to rest in her family grave. Balthazar, on the other hand, informed Romeo that Juliet had died. Romeo became angry, went to the Capulet grave, killed Paris, and then also killed himself. Balthazar was likewise advised not to accompany Romeo to the tomb. But what if he did? Balthazar could have been about to persuade Romeo not to kill himself and even to find a new girlfriend. Juliet would have awoken if Balthazar could have convinced Romeo just a little longer, and they both would have lived happily ever after.
So for the next question, I would like to know what would have happened to Romeo and Juliet if they hadn't died. Do you think that both families would end the conflict or keep going on?
If Romeo and Juliet had not died, somehow they would have had to find a way to persuade their parents to forget all the argument that they have been fight for a long time. Moreover, all this conflict, they didn't even memorize what it was like. And if Romeo and Juliet successfully to convince their parents, the Romeo and Juliet would have started a new family together. Moreover, their parents also agreed to their marriage since Romeo and Juliet were in love with each other. And another thing is that the Romeo also, the prince of the Montague and the Juliet is the princess of Capulet. And another things that could have happened is that the Romeo and Juliet would have come up with an ideas of running away and to live together. Since the Romeo was banished from the Verona and Juliet also have find a solution to run away and live with her husband if the plan hadn't failed. As a result, I believe that both of their family would have ended the conflict if Romeo and Juliet successfully convinced their parents, and if the Prince Escalade had formed a coalition to have them as well.
So thank you once again, Miss Okna. So the same question go for Miss Okna. So what do you think about this one?
If Romeo and Juliet had not died, they would still be having problems with each other family. Additionally, the two of them would have to find a way to end the conflict between Capulet and Montague. Romeo and Juliet would have to convince their parents to be friends and accept their relationship. I think both families would end the conflict since their children already fell in love with each other. In addition, both of them, both families could not refuse their children's relationship forever due to the feud.
So now after we're hearing the different perspective from our two professionals, I hope our audience can learn something and understand more deeply